athlete does for him. We mentioned that there was a survey taken of attendees from the last Aspen Games. 70% of these attendees came to see a specific sport or athlete. 61% came to see Shaun White, and after that, the numbers are pretty small. Shaun White didn't participate in the following games in teen, and we did see a ratings drop-off. I'm sure there were other factors, but we could probably stand to build up those numbers for the other athletes, increase their fan bases a little bit. So when I was taking a look at all of our athletes, what I used as a common thread was the Nielsen N-score. To those that aren't aware, what Nielsen does is they'll survey sports fans, ask, do you know this athlete? Do you like this athlete? And which of 46 different personality traits do you feel best fits them? Then Nielsen will put together a number for them, and basically it measures their brand effectiveness. And then marketers can take a look at these scores and use it to determine if an athlete could be a good fit for an endorsement deal with them. So I took a look at the N scores of a bunch of different X Games athletes. Tony Hawk, he's the king of the N score, 291. He's in the top 4% of all athletes to have a score over 200. So he's in like Michael Jordan territory. He's a trendsetter. He has by far the highest score of any action sports athlete, even though he retired professionally in 1999. Next up, Mr. Shaun White. I'm calling him the heir to the throne with a score of 157. The Flying Tomato is known by 68% of sports fans. He's kooky, he's wacky, people know him and like him. He has his own gum flavor. After Shaun White and Tony Hawk, the next best known action sports athlete is Herschel Walker, who's now an MMA fighter, but people know him from playing football. Rob Dyrdek. He's a funny guy. He's got a score of 60. He's been a pro skateboarder since the 90s. He founded the Street League Skateboarding, which is very huge with our X Games. He's funny, he has good energy, he's exciting. His 15% awareness can largely be attributed to his 3 shows that he's had on MTV. First Robin Big, then Fantasy Factory, and now Ridiculousness. Speaking of guys we've seen on MTV, Ryan Sheckler, the heartthrob. He had the show at MTV Life of Ryan for 2 seasons from 2007 to 2008. He started skateboarding professionally at age 8. He's 23 now. He participated in the FAS Games, and we'll see him in Barcelona. People think he's attractive, he's sexy, he's been off the air for a while, so let's get him back on, get that 7% awareness back, get more girls watching. And who I think is our next rising star is Paul Rodriguez Jr. His score is 9. We've got room to grow with him. A little bit of background on him: he's 28 years old, he's a skateboarder. His father is a famous comedian, also named Paul Rodriguez. He's Mexican-American and a devout Christian. He's very, very popular among Mexican and Latino fans, which is a priority for this company. He's funny, he's down to earth, he's versatile. You can see his awareness score is a little low at 7, but 57% appeal. So that means that the people that know him really like him. We just have room to grow and really introduce him. So just to compare with some athletes that you may know, you'll see Tony Hawk at 291. The only person that really compares with him right now is Michael Phelps, most decorated Olympian of all time. The national average is a 62. So that's somewhere where not a lot of our X Games athletes are getting to that average, but in more traditional sports, they're getting there. The common theme, I know there's a lot of data, the awareness numbers are higher for the athletes in the traditional sports, but the appeal numbers are equal. So what that says to me is that we just need to do a better job of getting these guys, shown to the public, because those that know them like them. So Jillian and I have talked about the ideas. I'm going to toss it over to John now. He's going to talk about how to make it happen.